Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're with a reaction video on top 10 Naruto moments, and let's just get right into this. If you guys didn't know, Naruto is like one of my top favorite anime ever, but let's get into this.
Naruto needs no introduction. The adventures of everyone's favorite jumpsuit-wearing ninja rocked the anime world in pretty much a decade of dominance in the 2000s. And just when we thought it was all over, turns out it wasn't. It didn't take long for a sequel, Boruto, to start storming the scene, but we'll leave that for another time. For now, please enjoy this showcase of Naruto's plethora of epic and dramatic moments which would surely show anyone why the series has become one of the great legends and pioneers in the world of shonen anime. At number 10, we'll start off with the battle between Gaara and Rock Lee. Many people lauded the Chunin Exams arc as one of the best arcs in early Naruto, and if you have to pick one fight in the whole tournament, I'd go for this one every time. Who knew that gutsy Rock Lee would be the one to take Gaara to the limit? Trust me, even if we're all savvy viewers who knew that Gaara would come out on top, the fight still kept all the fans at the edge of their seats. Throughout the fight, there's a lingering sense that Rock Lee might just pull off the upset. From matching Gaara's speed to releasing never-seen-before power, Rock Lee's tenacity seemed unstoppable. In a way, part of the young 14-year-old me wished they pulled the trigger on this one. Next up, we have Naruto's return in Sage Mode and his battle against Pain. Konoha and its champions have all been devastated at the face of the sheer might of Pain, and as all hope seems lost, who else deserves to make his grand entrance but our hero? It's a moment capped off by a hero's welcome for our protagonist. After all these years, Naruto's finally acknowledged as the triumphant hero that he's become. He's come a long way on the hero's journey, and after all the ridicule and heartache, Naruto finally gets the recognition he deserves from everyone.
俺が諦めるの 諦めろ螺旋丸
Next in line is the scene where Naruto finally accepts the nine tails sealed within him. Let's just say for the most of the series, Naruto's relationship with Kurama's been rocky to say the least. The moment the two decide to put their differences aside in the Fourth Shinobi World War and work together is a moment that would send chills down any fan's spine. It's a necessary step forward in the hero's journey, and the scene of the shonen hero finally coming to terms with the powers that he's shunned for so long is truly a sight to behold. It looks great when it happened in Bleach, and it certainly looks awesome as hell in this series.
今はもう化け狐じゃねえ。おめえはこの葉隠れの俺とコンビのクラマだ。これからお前も知らぬとっておきの術を披露してやる。黒い封印術。
The next entry on the list is the third Hokage's sacrifice during invasion of Konoha. Naruto's a series full of heartache and death, and one of the very first instances of this is when the third Hokage, Sarutobi, dies in the climax of the Konoha Crush arc. In an effort to stop the deceptive and powerful Orochimaru, Sarutobi invokes the Shinigami. Realizing that he still has no power to defeat the evil shinobi for good, Sarutobi decides on the next best course of action, sealing the evil shinobi through the arms and preventing him from using ninjutsu. At the cost of invoking the Shinigami, however, Sarutobi has to pay with his very own life. Sarutobi's death marks one of the first major losses that Naruto fans had to experience. Orochimaru's invasion has been repelled, but at the cost of the village's biggest cornerstone. Up next, we have the reveal of Toby's true identity. Ever since his introduction, the Toby character has been an enigma, constantly shifting from comedy relief to credible threat on a whim. Few would have expected the masked Toby to be one of the last Akatsuki members left standing. Turns out that Toby's actually Obito Uchiha, who proceeds to further add fuel to the fire of the Fourth Shinobi World War. His subsequent battles with the heroes, culminating with him taking control of the Ten Tails, are some of my favorite fights in the final arc. It also helps that he gets some redemption towards the end, making a nice personal parallel to Naruto. Next up, we have Guy opening the 8th gate to take on Madara. For most of the series, fans have seen Might Guy as the epitome of that one strong yet quirky character. While we know of him as a master of the 8 gates technique, Guy mostly spent most of the series as a goofy mentor figure for our heroes. It would take until the latter parts of the story before we witness what he's really capable of. Forget him being capable of defeating Kisame, which is a feat that's impressive in its own right. Madara, one of the most powerful ninjas in the world, is made to respect Guy's strengths after receiving a dose of the full power of the 8 gates. This is the first time we ever see all 8 gates being released in battle, and boy, is it a spectacle. While it didn't do the trick in ending Madara, not that anything worked anyway, seeing the pinnacle of the techniques a sight to behold. Next on the list is Itachi's battle against Sasuke and the revelation of the truth behind the Uchiha clan massacre. One of the main driving forces behind Sasuke's action in much of the series revolved around getting stronger. For what purpose? Revenge against his brother Itachi, who murdered the entire Uchiha clan, leaving him as the only survivor. It would only be proper for the brothers to have their fated showdown, and they delivered. Unleashing their amazing techniques on one another, it's Sasuke who eventually came out on top. As if the emotional farewell between the brothers isn't enough, it's revealed that Itachi had massacred the Uchiha clan in order to prevent a coup d'etat, which would have led to a civil war. The reveal that Itachi had been a hero all along was one twist that shook the very foundations of the series. Next, we have Madara's appearance in the Fourth Shinobi War. What an entrance. One deserved by no less than what many consider to be the series' real final boss. After being restored thanks to the Edo Tensei, Madara lives up to all the hype as he crashes into the battlefield, devastating the 4th Division in his wake. We can see in that very scene how far ahead he is and how he effortlessly defeats an entire army with his intelligence and prowess. Not only that, he proceeds to single-handedly defeat the Kages, the tailed beasts, and pretty much everything thrown at him. Miracle after miracle wouldn't be enough to stop him from casting the infinite Tsukuyomi that engulfs the world. It would require some good old plot convenience to finally put him down for good.
いや、そんなことはないです。この物語は素晴らしいです。エピソードが先生の数々の伝説になぞらえてあって、何か自伝小説っぽくて。
Number 2's certainly one of the most iconic losses for fans of the series, Jiraiya's death. For the longest time, the pervy and ever-lovable member of the legendary Sannin has been the closest person to a father figure for Naruto. Knowing this, it kind of felt inevitable that he would fall somewhere down the line. This just happens in his mission to gather intel. He goes down in a blaze of glory, putting up one hell of a fight against Conan and the numerous pains before finally going down. Despite lamenting over his failures as he faces his end, Jiraiya's death doesn't turn out to be entirely gloom and doom. Make no mistake, this is one of the saddest moments in the series. However, seeing Jiraiya die with a smile is also one of the most uplifting moments in the entire series. The Master's part in the story has ended with his death, but he knows full well that he can leave the rest to his young pupil to save the world.
これでちったましになったかの。
Sasuke versus Naruto, I knew it. It was almost
And finally, the number one in the list is the final battle between Naruto and Sasuke. Of course, the series just had to end this way. It's as destined that the final battle of the series would be a no-holds-barred battle between the hero and his rival. Naruto and Sasuke are no strangers to fighting each other, but this is the battle that culminates all the build-up that's been set up since early on in the series. More than just a battle of strength, this is the ultimate battle of philosophies that the series takes so much pride in, if talk no jutsu is any indication. Sasuke can be seen as the culmination of all the ideologies that Naruto had to overcome in his journey, and no one else could be a more fitting final opponent for our hero. Not Madara, not Obito, and certainly not Kaguya. The fact that the final battle ended in a technical draw, with Naruto only winning over his longtime rival through his ideology and not his strength, cements this as one of the top moments in the series. Naruto's a series full of many more epic, touching, and straight-up heartbreaking moments. I'm 100% sure that a top 10 list wouldn't cover everything in the series' decorated run. I hope to hear from you in the comments section on what moments you think should have been included in the list and which is your personal favorite. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe if you haven't already for more anime content. I'll see you next time on VinnyTube.
Alright guys, if you liked the video, comment and subscribe and let me know what else you probably would want me to react to and I'll try to get to it, alright? I'll talk to you guys later.